So when you take the overall view of it, you can start off with an elliptical shape. And like I said, I'm not tracing it, I'm just using it for the proximate scale of that piece. So Shift X will switch it across, and the eyedropper, I can actually grab that green color, and again, just use Shift X to keep that elliptical shape there. Command R to get me rulers out, and put that right on the center. And it'll help me establish a center line right from that elliptical shape. So that's that piece that's right there. Okay, I'm just going to copy it and go to Edit, Paste in Place, and Paste in Place puts it right on the surface, exactly where you took it from. And here I have it with just the Option key to center it and trying to create a secondary image. And what I mean by that is that this is that's the color of the small one that was just copied, just using Shift X coming across. And the same way, so there's the circle, elliptical shape, and just go to Object Path and offset the stroke. And since I am in this selection, I'll just show this to you with a fill. I'm just going to go to Option, Path, Offset Path. And what this does, it'll preview it a little bit larger, and it's in point, so I'm just going to reduce it down a little bit to right about there. I can't see it because I made the color, but just using the Shift X, that'll outline those pieces. So if that makes any sense here, let's see. So let me just organize some of these colors here. So this is just good for you, just for you, good just for you. So take the text tool and click on the text path right here, type on the path, highlight this, and then take the direct selection tool, and you can see this is the part of it right across here. It gets a little tricky. So I'm just placing it right there as it gives me that selection ready to go for the type. So here's the type. Just going to type in Helvetica and go with a bold, condensed right there, and just increase the point size. And you can see that it's the text is justified left here, so I'm just going to grab it from the center point. Just move it over a little bit and increase the point size. Okay, so that's done. So it's pretty much finished. The only thing is the lettering, and like I said, even if I choose this font, it's not italicized, but in the paragraph you can see it's bold, and here it has bold, condensed italic, bold condensed, just italic. So I'm just going to go with bold italic just to show it to you this way. The section that has the tracking, just tighten that up a bit. So it's trying to make the text kind of fit right in there. So just going to place it in here. Click inside this one, use the Option and the arrow key to tighten that up a bit. Okay, so that'll give me that setup. Again, I could use the font. I'll try it two ways, and then using the scale and the shear tool, this allows me just to shear the type a little bit more. Make this a little bit bigger. too big, so you can see I'm trying to just establish the type font size for the lowercase letters. Take the text tool, highlight the letter B, and this can be increased a little bit. Much bigger than the rest of the font. Type in 300. Okay, and you can see it's a little offsetting here, so just take the text tool, highlight the letter B, and down below here, just drop this down. This is the offset. So it's just keeping it all within the same font style. And again, just trying to keep that piece. Here's the scale, so you can always bring that back just a little bit. And take the eyedrop tool. Fill it. So there's the color that it has as you zoom in. And the stroke, I'm going to make it white, but just so you can see it, I'm going to put it on yellow. And that'll give you a little bit more to work with. So I'm going to increase the stroke. And you can see it's kind of coming in on itself. I'm just going to click the outside stroke on there. See if that'll do it. And we might have to double this up here. So we'll take this stroke off for now. Okay, so here's where you're going to duplicate it a couple times. So I'm going to copy this, click on this red, and like I said, give it a color that you can see, but instead of doing that we can simply just change it. Once we have everything correct, made a copy of it, and just go to Type, Create Outlines. Now go ahead and put the stroke on there. So here it is getting larger, putting it on the outside, and then changing it to white. Then go to Effect, and you can see the stylize with the drop shadow. Click on the preview, and right there's the solidness of it. Color, make it a gray. 100% opacity. So you can see you don't necessarily need to make it a solid piece. And now you have that part. And change multiply to normal. And click OK. So now I have this section, just offset a little bit. That gives me the shadow. Click OK. And then the last part, this graphic, just take the pen tool and turn this off. And just do the pen. Come about mid-distance here, up here. You click and make that curve. This way. So there's that image. And for this one, I'm just going to take the inside of it, just to show it to you. Find that distance about there. Back it up a bit. See if I can stretch it out with all one stroke, and do the same with this one. So now I have these two pieces, inside part, come down to the uniform, thin to thick, and there they are, with the color white. select this one. It's going to be the distance for it. Give this a outline of white again. Increase it. Put it on the outside stroke to it. Add a drop shadow to it. So you just hit the drop shadow and the most recent one is going to be there. This one has a little bit of a color to it. Send it back. Here's the outside piece. Send this to the back. And now you have everything collected for it. Just group this together. And that is how that one is put together. We'll hide that layer. Let's see if we can hide this one. So it's just using a segment. There's the rulers, there's the tab key. And that's just using Illustrator to put that section together, curving the type, using the drop shadow on the text itself under the effects.